first, let's watch Tua. Let's see what this man was looking like. Year 2, going into year 2, a full offseason under his belt and more time to work with this offense. So we get every Tua Tagovailoa play versus the Bears. So let's see what he's looking like out here. Can we buy him? Is he looking as accurate as he was looking last season? That was our one kind of green flag, big green flag on Tua's rookie season, was we loved his accuracy. So let's see what we get here. Play number 1. Let's see what we get. Drops back to pass, slinging it. Boom. I mean, look at that. Oh, and it's an incomplete pass. It looked like a great throw right there. He kind of slung it to the wide receiver right in stride. That's a great throw. Unfortunate incomplete pass by the wide receiver. All right, here we go. Drop back number 2. A pump fake and then floats it up. And, yeah, nothing really open right there. And, unfortunately, that's going to be a third down incompletion, and they're going to have to punt. All right, coming back. Here we go. A little bit of a play action. Dumps it off. Pressure right in his face. Good dump off right there. Unfortunately, only went for 1 yard, but, I mean, pressure right in his face. Ogletree was definitely wrecking the game defensively yesterday. That's a huge, great spot for this Bears team defensively. Let's keep it up here. Next throw by Tua. Great time in the pocket, and man, oh man, this was the best throw of the day, folks. Absolutely beautiful to Mike Gesicki, a tight end, folks. He went to tight end university, so you better respect this man, yes, sir. And Tua, just look standing comfortable as heck in the pocket. This replay shows it all right here, going through his progressions. All right, wide receiver 1 not open, number 2 options not open. Just look at him scan the field right there. Look at his head, folks. He's literally scanning the entire field, finding the wide open throw. Didn't get kind of cold feet in the pocket. It was a very, very great pocket right there. Tua had all the time in the world to throw, and he made the best read that went for 50 yards, and it was right absolutely on the money. Best throw that Tua made all game yesterday, and once again, that accuracy, you got to love it. All right, here we go. In the red zone, can he capitalize? Here we go. A nice little slant right there brings them down to the 1 yard line. And then, unfortunately, they kept rushing the ball, and the offensive line couldn't get a push, and our running backs really couldn't get it done. Once again, why I kind of want the Dolphins to go out and get Lamar Miller again. I really think this man can bring something very good to a running back room and could potentially start a fight for the number 1 running back spot. And do I say... I was going to say half the teams in this league, but maybe a little bit less, a third of the teams. I mean, the Falcons and the Dolphins are 2 teams right now that this man could really start running back-wise. But running backs couldn't get it done in the red zone. We're back to Tua out here. Let's see what he's doing on the next drive. Boom. I mean, bango, bango. Tight window right there. 3 defenders right around him, and he slings the ball in there. Great accuracy and velocity to get the ball there in time before the defenders can come over the top, bat it away, or jump the route for a pick. Great right there. Perfect right here. 3rd and 6. This was real close. I don't know if he truly got the first down. They do award him the first down. Let's rewind this one again. Just watch Tua right here. I mean, exactly where the ball needed to be, kind of low and away from the defender. Once again, that great accuracy, placing the ball exactly where it needs to be for the first down pickup. I thought it was a yard short, but hey, or a half a yard short, but the refs give it to him, so we'll give it to him. Next pass up here, Tua, boom, hit as he was throwing, and a solid throw right here. Potential at a maybe pick. It seemed to be a slight behind, but he was getting hit as he was thrown, and the defender wasn't watching where the ball is. But either way, completion, we got to give the man credit. A nice little dump off right there, a little bit of a check down, but once again, pocket collapsing, just making the best read for a positive play. Another drop back right here. Bango, bango. I mean, nothing else was open down the field, so he just dumps it off. Got no problem with that one. To Myles Gaskin. Here we go, and this is where the pick's going to come, and this is where everyone was just kind of hating on Tua. All right, let's break down this throw a little bit. It's an interception, so truly unfortunate there, but not a bad overall read. Just didn't see that second defender coming over, and, it is an interception. So a little unfortunate pass here by Tua. Obviously has to clean that up a little bit more. There was a little bit of a knock that is kind of going under the radar of Tua last season. He did throw a lot of interceptions last season, not in the statistical category, because those interceptions that he threw got called back because of a penalty on the defense. I want to say it was at least like 5 or 6 last season where he got bailed out throwing an interception that gets called back, and that erases the stat line. Because if you look at his interceptions, I want to say he only had like 5 or 6 last season, which looked good on paper, but if you were watching the game, He did throw picks. They just got all called back. So that is something that we definitely have to see him improve upon a little bit more, and definitely can't be throwing picks in the red zone and the end zone. So unfortunate overall, but he was standing tall in the pocket. If we're looking for any silver lining here of Tua, I mean, standing tall in the pocket, really thought he had him open, just didn't see that last defender, that second defender coming over. A little unfortunate there with the pick. All right, what do we get? Did we get one more throw here? Bears fans going crazy. All right, we get another play here. Tua under center. Play action pass. Oh, this isn't even Tua. What do we got? This isn't Tua. That's Jacoby Brissett, who almost threw a pick right there because Myles Gaskin, or the running back, whoever it was, couldn't hold on to the ball. So that was Tua's day yesterday. I thought real solid. I loved what I saw from him. Just didn't like that red zone interception. But everything else, I've been loving what I've been seeing from Tua, just kind of in the leadership role in preseason and training camp and all that. But that interception truly just kind of deflated it a little bit. But that 50-yard bomb to Mike Gesicki, yeah, you gotta love that. So the accuracy is still there. Preseason game number 1, not bad overall. Let's see the final stat line by Tua. 8 of 11 for 99 yards, wasn't dinking and dunking, trying to be aggressive with the ball, and that's kind of what we've been seeing a lot here in the first, it's only a couple of preseason games already, but we have been seeing a lot of dinking and dunking, even by starting quarterbacks. Nobody really wanting to kind of, push the ball down the field, but Tua wasn't afraid to. 8 of 11 for 99 yards, more than 10 yards a throw, fantastic. If it's like, borderline, 10 yards of pass completion or under 10 yards of pass completion, it's a little bit of a dink and dunk, so this man was not afraid to air it out. The interception, unfortunate. All right, now let's watch Justin Fields. How is he looking? Now, let's preface Justin Fields a little bit. We get every Justin Fields throw. Here we go. This is it. All right, let's preface this a little bit because Justin Fields didn't have the best beginning when he was kind of going against the first-team Dolphins defense, and we didn't even have our full starters out there. So Justin Fields did struggle a little bit. Let's kind of put it into a full picture. We're going to see him not able to score or really move the ball at all in the first half, and he's really starting to kind of start moving the ball against kind of the solid 2s and the solid 3s. So Justin Fields really couldn't do anything against the Dolphins starters. A little worrisome, but overall, it's preseason game number 1, his first time out on the field, so we will give him a little bit of a pass, a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But let's see what this man was cooking up yesterday. All right, a bootleg on pass number 1, able to kind of get it past the first defender, and it goes for about no yards. What do we get? Here we go, backed up on his own goal line right here, cannot take a sack for a safety. The pocket's looking good, but he ends up escaping it, throws on the run, and bingo bango. Look at this. This accuracy is great throwing on the run, folks. Once again, throwing on the run, Patrick Mahomes, twisting your hips, squaring up, and completing the ball. You still got to give the man credit. Ball batted up in the air right here. Couldn't loft it over that man. Once again, struggling here. Note the time here. Second quarter. Here we go. Still in the second quarter. Still not being able to move the ball down the field. Great coverage right there by, who is that? I don't know who that is. Unfortunate. Alrighty. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Can he pick up the first down here? Justin Fields going a little bit deep, and this is a real solid ball right here, but this is just great defense by, I'm going to butcher the name, Ego Bone, something like that. Ego, we'll just call him Ego. But once again, this is a solid pass right here. This isn't a bad pass by Justin Fields. It is just still real great defense. Justin Fields has to kind of get this ball like a hair of an inch, a little bit more out in front, but overall, a good kind of attempt to take a deeper shot there on 3rd and 10, and it was decently open. Unfortunately, just couldn't be 100% accurate. Overall, a still solid throw right there. A fumble of a snap right there. Unfortunate. What else do we get? Here we go. 2nd and 12. Justin Fields. Come on. Backpedaling a little bit, and oh man, just a little bit of a pick, throwing off of his back foot while he's backpedaling. Not a great look right here. And once again, these were just a couple of first, second series out here, first couple of throws, so still kind of really getting acclimated to it. You can't make this throw. This is going to be picked a lot of times. He's lucky it didn't get picked, but backpedaling, throwing off his back foot, never a smart decision. And he started to kind of calm down and get acclimated a little bit better as the game progressed. settling down in his first preseason game. Here we go, 3rd and 12. Pressure showed right there, so he takes off running, and he tries a little bit of a spin move, and he ends up fumbling, and lucky, the ball just kind of gets pushed out of bounds, and it's, they recover the ball. We do have a second look at this fumble. So once again, the ball security is definitely going to have to be tightened up a little bit. Look at him just a little bit loose right there, and we're going to get a clear shot of the defender coming in and punching out the ball. So got to be a little bit more secure with the ball right here when you're going on to, take off and run with it. Just watch it. Defender plays this perfectly. A great punch out right there. That's textbook fantastic. Luckily for Justin Fields, a little bit of a bailout. So a bailout on that pick, a bailout on that fumble, not really hurting his overall stats. So Justin Fields, learn from this and, get better. So hopefully we can see him, clean up these silly kind of rookie-esque mistakes out there. All right, next play on 1st and 10. Boom. All right, and let's set up this because they get the ball with 40 seconds left. Matt Nagy puts Justin Fields back out on the field there for kind of a 2-minute drill, and he goes out and cashes in and scores 3 points. So we can give Justin Fields a lot of credit for moving the ball here with only 40 seconds left and cashing in with a field goal 3 points before halftime. That's something to kind of celebrate right here. Justin Fields going deep. That's a good shot right there. You got 22 seconds, one timeout, knowing kind of, just the overall game scenario and trying to take those shots. So I don't mind that ball right there. Unfortunately, it was very inaccurate. A little bit of a check down right there. Great job by the running back to get out of bounds. We get 3rd and 5. They still got one timeout, so he can still go over the middle of the field right here. Just going to kind of fantastic. Look at this. And this is a real solid play. We're not going to get the replay from the back angle right here, unfortunately, I don't think. But it seemed like why not dump it off to this man right here? He's wide open. But there was another Dolphins defender playing kind of this flat right here. So this was a great decision by Justin Fields not to take off with it, not to dump it down right here, buy the time and wait for this other man to get open for about 15-20 yards down the field. So once again, great decision making here by Justin Fields on this kind of 2-minute drive. Then they use their final timeout, 8 seconds left. Let's see what he does here. They're not really in great field goal range right here, but they are now. They are now at kind of the 35, 36 yard line because Justin Fields puts it right on the money right here. Maybe a little bit high, but their wide receiver was so wide open that it didn't need to have to be 100% accurate. The ball just needed to get there, and it did, and they're able to score 3 points right before halftime. So that was a real great drive right there by Justin Fields. Got to give the man a lot of credit for that one. All right, now it's after halftime. The Dolphins kind of third string is in, and now we're going to get them kind of playing a lot more comfortable right here and able to kind of move the ball down the field a little bit more right here. Great throw right there for about 15 yards. Fantastic. Here we go, 1st and 15. Justin Fields, I think he's throwing off his back foot once again right here, kind of backpedaling. The pocket was collapsing up front. Just watch Justin Fields right here. We get him backpedaling. Kind of not really setting his foot, a 50-50 ball, and the receiver comes down with it. So, hey, I love giving your receivers a one-on-one matchup, a 50-50 ball to go up and get, and Justin Fields just put it right up there for him to go up and get it. So we'll give him credit. Here we go. Dump off to the running back in the backfield. Nothing, no gain right there, a loss of a couple of yards. Here we go. Next play, 3rd and 9. Come on, let's see him pick it up. Pressure got there. He's escaping the pocket. And look at that. Yes, sir. And that's what's so lethal about the dual threat. When it's kind of, you're out in the open field as a quarterback, the defender's kind of tightly on the wide receiver, and you're kind of playing the game. Do I run or do I pass it? You wait to the very last possible second for the defender to kind of make his decision. Who is he really going to play right here? He comes up and plays Justin Fields, and Justin Fields has the absolute great mental aspect, great read on it. Hey, I'm going to pull up now. He's going to play me. Well, I'm going to have the free first down on the great pass. So once again, Justin Fields not kind of committing to the run game right there, leaving it open at that last possible second to make the read and decision. You got to give the man credit right there. So really some bright spots right here of Justin Fields. Now we're in the red zone. Justin Fields, a bootleg out to the right, nothing open, just takes a 2-yard gain right there. We did see him kind of escape and started to run a lot in this game, but overall, it's a dual threat quarterback. I can't knock it because it was opening up other things in the passing game, and we're going to see a little bit later. Here we go, Justin Fields, boom, and this is good. The flag was on defensive holding, so Justin Fields, making it work with his feet, and now it's established that the Dolphins defense is like, hey, we have to start playing the run, and once again, this opens up the passing game. We're going to see it with the big touchdown pass. I'm sure y'all have seen it all over Twitter, wide open touchdown pass, and that's because you have to start respecting his legs, and he really kind of made it known on this drive. We don't need to watch this replay. It does seem like nothing was open. So once again, he's not trying to force anything, and he's just trying to make the best play. And we've seen that. If the best play calls for him running the ball, he'll do that. If it calls for him not running the ball, he'll do that as well. Boom, right here. Great separation there. It's incomplete. You got to catch this ball, man. This is a real solid throw here by Justin Fields. Could have obviously been could have been even a little bit better? I don't think so. I think that's a real solid throw right there, but the receiver's got to make that catch for the man. Next pass right here, bingo, bango, on 3rd and 6, maybe comes up a tad short. Do they give it to him? Let's see. They give him the first. Where's the spot? They're going to mark him just short. Unfortunate. But overall, not a bad read. Here we go. Justin Fields on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure, rolling out to the left, and look at the speed. Look at the speed. That's some solid speed right there, folks. True dual threat quarterback here in Justin Fields. Andy Dalton's not even close to this quick, folks. Truly. Good decision, pocket breaking down. We kind of see him really wanting to stand into the pocket, stay in the pocket really until it's the last possible second to escape. Here we go. Now he's escaping when he really has to. Look at that pocket, folks. There's no room to stand in there, so he jets out, and it goes for solid yards, picks up the first and more. I think he's making some real great decisions last night. And here we go. This is the big play right here. Everything shifting right, and it's wide open, throwing back to his left. Bingo, bango, wide open, folks, because y'all have to respect everything's flowing right. You think he could kind of take off with it, and it just gets lost in the shuffle. I believe that's a tight end, Jesse James, all the way out there. Bingo, bango, wide open. Here we go. We'll watch this. I think this is the last play. Everything's flowing right. Wide open back to the left. Pretty solid work right there. I know it's wide open, but overall the decision making, he saw it. He kept his eyes down the field and made the right read, so we can't knock him for that. And that's his last play right there. So overall, I think Justin Fields had a real solid day. Struggled a little bit early, but that was his first time against real NFL defenses in real game time scenarios, and he started to get a little bit more comfortable as the game progressed. We're going to have to watch for preseason game number 2 to see if it was just kind of him taking advantage of kind of the Dolphins' third string, or if he can kind of start taking advantage real early on against kind of the team's number 1 defense now that he was truly settled in. So let's look at his stat line from last night. 14 of 20 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick officially, no fumble lost officially. So overall, didn't turn over the ball, but he got away with a couple. So let's clean that up a little bit. But overall, Justin Fields, I think, had a real solid debut last night. Loved it. All right, so what else we get? I think I got one more play up right here. Justin Fields, after his 2-touchdown preseason debut, says, quote, "I felt comfortable out there. Of course, I have room to grow." Exactly. We did see a couple of things he definitely needs to work on. So I'm just going to try and get better each and every day. Fantastic. Exactly what you have to say. Bingo, bango. Hey, I felt comfortable out there. I did a couple of things good, but I do have some things to work on. He also had a quote here. I don't want to read too much into it because we still got other games to break down, but he did say as well, the game was a little bit slower than I was anticipating. So, we talk about all the time just kind of the speed of the game from the college system to the NFL system, NFL being way more kind of faster up tempo. And Justin Fields was like, hey, y'all were kind of preaching that, and it was still a little bit slow to me. So, hey, that's great. He's slowing down the game. That's what every kind of quarterback needs to do. Slow down the game. Don't kind of get caught up in the hype of the speed of the game, because you're going to flounder if you do that. So Justin Fields is already kind of great, getting a great mindset of the game and got a great showing out there physically and just kind of passingly. You got to love this kid. So great overall. I'm going to call it a great. Do I dare say? I'm going to call it a B. I'm going to call it a B. B plus. I can't give him an A because he did kind of get bailed out on 2 potential turnovers against kind of the better defenses in the first half. So I can't give him anything with an A, but a solid B, and I'm very close to upgrading it to a B plus. I'll give the man a B plus. Why not, right? We'll give him a B plus. B plus for Justin Fields last night.